So our work is about creating process and having the process yield form. We always start with the material's intrinsic physical or mechanical or chemical properties, and then we develop what we think of as a kind of score, a musical score that's performed in every iteration by different craftspeople to make very unique objects. And there's a kind of built-in, open-ended quality to the work. Every time one of our recipes or processes or symphonies, however you want to call them, is performed, you get a vastly different result, and we sort of cherish that. In this particular case, the project is about the interaction of, I should say the transformation of forms or molecular compositions of two materials, glass and copper. A glass form is blown, and I leave it to the glass blowers to make whatever form they feel inclined to make that day. And then liquid copper is poured in and splashed around. While the copper and the glass are hot, the two materials coexist quite nicely together, but as soon as they start cooling, they do so at different rates. And what that means is that the glass sort of cracks off, breaks off, leaving a coppery shadow of itself. This is, it's such a nuanced thing that's happening here, because in my fantasy anyways, we're melting parts of the permanent collection which have such a depth of history associated with them, and we're making new objects out of them that are sort of shadows of each other. There's sort of a lot you could read into that, or nothing, or you can also just respond to the work as aesthetics. It's satisfying both ways. And so what I would say is that I don't really want to tell people what they should take away from this. I feel like I've brought my studio here. Instead of leaving my studio behind and bringing the works, I've brought my studio, all my collaborators, all our equipment, and what people take away is up to them.